here at Goodman Precision Engineering has just invested in a facility 2.5 times the size of his last one, and he's just bought 2 quaser machines. So we're going to find out why he's moved, what industries he's looking after, and we're going to go technical. So Mark here, congratulations, 2.5 times the size of your previous facility.
Yeah, thanks.
Tell us about the move.
Well, we just felt we needed to do it because we didn't have enough space in the last place. This has got enough space for plenty of expansion. We've already got 2 brand new machines in, and so it was a necessity really.
What was the predicament you were up against? Because were you having to look to replace machines?
We would have had to, yeah, that's what we would have had to do. We didn't have no space to actually put a new one in, and we needed to put new ones in. So yeah, we had to do that.
You took the leap. So why did you take that leap? Is it industries you're looking after?
I could see it was going to be a bit, maybe a difficult time. However, it was also a good time to move because there was a slight downturn because of COVID. And so we had the opportunity to be able to do it when we wasn't too busy. Otherwise, it would have actually been quite more difficult. So it fitted in quite well with COVID in some ways.
Well, that's quite interesting. So really, you took a bit of a leap there, knowing that it could be a bit difficult,
yeah.
But you made the most of the situation.
Yeah.
Often that's when they say the most successful people will succeed. So
let's hope so.
Let's hope so. Okay, quaser machines. You've gone for the MV214 and the MF400. Just before we talk about these machines, why quaser?
It's mainly because of the history I've got with using hide name controls on previous Bridgeport machines, and the build quality of these is very similar to a Bridgeport. Really good quality build. They're very robust, and so we do a lot of our stainless and steel machining, titanium on these machines more than our others, because we think they are more robust and fit for the purpose.
Well, that's what they often say. I know Gio, one of our presenters, often says quaser machines can tear through metal like butter. So,
yes.
Right, let's talk about this machine, the MF400. What's this machine all about?
It's a simultaneous 5-axis machine. It's got good capacity. They come with good standard volume of tools. So it's, yeah, they're very good. I think for their money, they're good. They're a good machine. And
then what are you putting on the MV214? Because it's a big table.
Yeah, this just gives us a large capacity. So there is a few more jobs that you can do easily on it. You can set several jobs up at the same time. And so it's got good capacity for that.
And how are you setting the several jobs up, all on different pieces, work holding?
We can do, yeah, different vices, yeah, different equipment, whatever you need. But you've got a lot of space there.
And in terms of industries that you're serving, what are these then?
Well, it's mainly Formula One, but we also then do a lot of companies that specialise in KERS, hybrid cars, so a lot of electric motor parts. So we do a lot of insulating parts, and lots of plastics, all the aluminiums, and then the steels and stuff. So there's a lot of that going on. But then we've got quite new customers coming in, like this one, this casting that we're doing here is for an American company. We're looking at a German company we might be doing work for, but that's in the hybrid game. We're doing. Hopefully we've got an MMC part, so we're going to be machining metal composite, that's carbide and aluminium mixed together, using PCD tools, which I have a lot of experience of in Formula One, because I worked for a Formula One team in the past. But that's new to this company, machine. That's exciting.
Yeah, very exciting.
Moving into new stuff, so.
Yeah, you're at the forefront, really, aren't you?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, you need to know your stuff when you're machining that.
Okay, so I'm going to get a little bit more technical on this machine, and then I'm going to come back to you and ask you more about Goodman and the future.
Okay.
As promised, I did say we were going to get technical, so Paul, good luck.
Well, I'll try my best. Yeah, I think it's interesting to hear his story about quaser machines. This takes me back to a company we went to called 2G Tooling as well, which is not a million miles from here. He was a tool maker, and he was really hitting his parts very hard, and he did that because of the quality of the machine.
And it's a big, solid machine. You know, I know the table is 2 meters, and he talks about putting multiple work pieces on the table, but he kept on saying how rigid these machines are.
I think the highlights between this particular 214, and don't forget, as I'm sure he mentioned, there's plenty of other quaser machines here, but the capacity, as you correctly said, is important. This has over 2 meters in the X and over 600 in the Y, which is what most engineers strive for, because they can put not only larger components like we've got here, but also multiples of parts. But also one of the really impressive features on this machine is the tool carousel.
Yes.
He's got 60 tools on here. There's not many vertical machining centres that you look at that have that quantity of tools. And what that really means for a company is they don't have to continually be around the back taking tools out and putting tools in. They're standardising on what they've got in the machine. So that's an important factor as well.
This is all built in, so you can have a fourth axis on the table as well?
This is all prepared in some ways for automation. It's got the interface for a fourth axis unit. He's got his tool measuring probe on here. So he's kind of, giving himself as much automation as you can expect with a machine that's just a 3-axis at this stage.
And access as well, you've got a lot of light that comes into, so you can see the parts. Anything special about the spindle here?
Well, this particular spindle is a BT40 spindle. Now, the quaser machines do offer a Maxia spindle, which again is really known in the industry as being the pinnacle of what you can offer. But this has got through spindle coolant, spindle face and taper. So when you're chasing tighter tolerances, when you're looking for better surface finishes, some of those characteristics coupled with the build of the machine really do give you the ability to make precision parts better.
What is the build?
So this particular machine would be a solid cast base. It will have box guideways in some axes and linears in others, but they're supported by linear scales as well, which means that as the machine's moving, it's being able to basically machine to as tight a tolerance as possible because of the feedback it's giving to the Heidenhain control.
Talking about, well, perfectly done there, because the Heidenhain control, he also told me off camera how he loves Heidenhain, but that every single machine he has, he feels that they've invested in improving it time and time again, so they're getting better and better.
Yeah, and this is look at the size of the screen on this. It's touch screen. I think the Heidenhain control has really cemented its position in the industry as being one of the most user-friendly interfaces that you could work with. And I think you can see here he's got other machines with other controls, but this is his preference. I think it's very intuitive, it's easy to interrogate, and it's easy to create whatever style of component you need to do, and it's powerful as well.
In just a few words then, why go for the quaser machine?
I think one of the things that Mark did put across on his interview, and I hate to repeat things, but a lot of people like these machines because they've had maybe Bridgeports in the past. Now there's no partnership between the two brands, but this is kind of the next step up from a Bridgeport. Very easy to use, easy to access, big solid heavy duty build quality, the Heidenhain control, the big tool changer, the BT40 spindle. So some of the options that are available with it are equal to what you would have got with the Bridgeport as well, the 4th axis unit through spindle coolant. So there's a lot of similarities there, but I think the fact he's got so many here just is testament to the quality of the product.
So Mark, you've obviously got a growth plan by moving here, and it's so exciting. You're on the cusp of all of these new sectors. So behind the move, you must have had some plans for the future.
Oh, definitely. Obviously, with this gives us the facility to have different machinery, move into making different types of parts, and so yeah, this is, and also our professional setup is so much better. We're going to be able to make the parts we make now better than what we did, and look after our workforce better than what we did.
Oh, really? So how are you feeling you're making the parts better?
Oh, we just couldn't fit in certain things in. We're going to have a proper washing facility for our parts, which we didn't have before, and just basic things like that. And obviously our inspection room is now twice the size it used to be, so that's much better. This workshop is air conditioned, so the machines are obviously looked after better. So we're trying to be much more professional than we ever were in the past.
And it looks it certainly does. You're diversifying with your sectors. What are the plans? Because you've got quite a bit of space here.
Well, we need to get another CNC lathe, and as far as milling goes, we're reasonably sorted at the moment, unless we get a lot more need for capacity. Other than that, it's maybe thinking about other types of machinery, wire rotor, for instance, that sort of thing, to move into different kinds of work for maybe even our existing customers as well as new ones.
Okay, well, good luck to you. You're certainly on the right path here.
Yes, definitely, and we're looking forward to manufacturing bouncing back with us, and hopefully we're going to grow and prosper in the future, and it's going to be fantastic. Sound good?